Did you know that after the age of 60, a single wrong choice of milk could be slowly stealing the strength from your bones without you even realizing it? Around the world, someone suffers a fracture due to osteoporosis every 3 seconds. Women can lose up to 20% of their bone density in the first few years after menopause, while men also face steady bone thinning with age. And here's the shocking part: the milk you pour into your morning tea, coffee, or cereal might be either destroying your bones or protecting them for decades ahead. Today, we'll uncover the surprising truth about milk after 60, revealing the 4 types that silently weaken your bones and the 4 that can actually save them. Why bone health declines after 60? After 60, bone health begins to decline rapidly due to natural aging and hormonal changes. Women, in particular, lose estrogen after menopause, which accelerates bone turnover and weakens bone density. Men also gradually lose testosterone, another protector of bone mass. At the same time, the body becomes less efficient at absorbing calcium and vitamin D from food. Add in reduced muscle strength, less physical activity, and more risk of falls, and the danger becomes clear: osteoporosis and fractures are common. That's why the type of milk you drink daily is no longer just a preference, it's a medical necessity. The 4 types of milk that destroy bones. Number 1. Unfortified plant milks: almond, rice, coconut, oat. Plant-based milks are everywhere today. Almond, rice, coconut, and oat milk are marketed as healthy alternatives, but here's the truth: most of them are dangerously low in the very nutrients your bones depend on. Unless they are fortified, these drinks provide little to no calcium and only 1 gram of protein per cup, a fraction of what cow's milk delivers. Protein is essential because bones are made up of a collagen protein framework that holds calcium and minerals. Without enough protein, calcium can't do its job. Almond and rice milk may taste pleasant, but they are nutritionally thin. Coconut milk is rich in flavor but almost devoid of protein and often high in saturated fat, which adds calories without bone benefits. Oat milk is slightly better, but still far below the protein and calcium levels needed unless fortified. If a senior replaces their daily dairy with these unfortified plant milks, they risk creating a long-term calcium deficiency, and that leads to weaker bones, faster osteoporosis, and higher fracture risk. Medical studies show that fortified soy milk is the only plant milk that matches cow's milk for calcium absorption. But almond, rice, coconut, and most oat milks cannot. They may hydrate, but they don't protect. That's why relying on them without fortification is like drinking flavored water: it feels good, but your bones get nothing. If you enjoy plant-based milk, always check the label. Make sure it contains at least 300 milligrams of calcium per cup and 7 to 8 grams of protein. If it doesn't, your bones are being quietly starved every day you drink it. Number 2. Sugar-loaded milk drinks: chocolate milk, flavored latte, milkshakes. Sweetened milk drinks are often marketed as fun, comforting, or even nutritious, but after 60, they can be a hidden threat to your bones. Chocolate milk, strawberry milk, cafe-style lattes with flavored syrups, and milkshakes contain high amounts of added sugar, and research consistently shows that diets high in added sugar are linked to lower bone mineral density. Here's why: excess sugar increases the amount of calcium your body excretes in urine, effectively flushing away the very nutrient your bones need. It also promotes inflammation, which weakens bone remodeling. And there's another trap: when sugar-rich drinks replace regular milk, you lose protein and calcium intake while consuming empty calories that contribute to weight gain, diabetes, and heart problems. Consider chocolate milk. While it still contains protein and calcium, 1 cup can have 25 grams of sugar, that's equal to 6 teaspoons. Over time, this overload damages more than just your blood sugar, it accelerates bone loss. The same goes for popular sweet coffee drinks, where milk is drowned in sugar syrups and whipped cream. For seniors, who already face bone fragility, the consequences are serious. Studies show that older adults who consume sugar-sweetened beverages regularly are at greater risk of osteoporosis and hip fractures. These drinks don't just harm your bones, they replace the nutrient-dense calories you need with harmful ones. If you enjoy flavored milk or coffee, choose unsweetened versions or add natural flavorings like cinnamon or cocoa powder without sugar. Otherwise, every glass is silently stealing calcium from your bones and pushing you closer to fracture risk. Number 3. Fat-free milk on an empty stomach. Fat-free milk might sound like the healthier choice, but for seniors, it can backfire when it comes to bone health. The reason lies in vitamin D absorption. Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, meaning it needs dietary fat to be absorbed properly. Research shows that vitamin D absorption improves by more than 30% when consumed with a fat-containing meal compared to taking it on an empty stomach or with fat-free milk. Now here's the problem: many seniors rely on fortified milk as one of their main sources of vitamin D. But if you drink fat-free milk alone, especially in the morning without food, most of that vitamin D passes through your system without being absorbed. That means your bones are left unprotected even if you think you're doing the right thing. Calcium absorption is also more efficient when vitamin D levels are adequate, so by missing the fat pairing, you're not just losing vitamin D, you're weakening your calcium intake as well. Over time, this can contribute to osteoporosis, even in those who believe they're getting enough from milk. This doesn't mean fat-free milk is always bad. If you drink it alongside a balanced meal with healthy fats, such as eggs, avocado, olive oil, or nuts, your body will absorb the vitamin D properly. The key is pairing, not elimination. Seniors should avoid drinking fat-free milk alone as their main source of vitamin D. Instead, either switch to low-fat milk, 1 to 2% fat, or always combine fat-free milk with a meal that contains healthy fats. Otherwise, you're essentially drinking milk that fails to deliver its promised bone protection. Number 4. Excessive vitamin A fortified milk plus supplements. Vitamin A is an essential nutrient for vision, immunity, and growth, but too much of it can weaken your bones. Many fortified milks contain vitamin A in the form of retinol, and seniors often take additional vitamin A in multivitamins or supplements. When combined, this can lead to excessive intake, which medical studies have linked to increased fracture risk, particularly hip fractures. The danger comes from how vitamin A interacts with bone metabolism. High levels of retinol can stimulate bone resorption, the process where old bone is broken down faster than new bone is built. This creates a net loss in bone density. Unlike vitamin D or calcium, where deficiencies are more common, vitamin A toxicity is a bigger risk in seniors because of overlapping fortified foods and supplements. What's especially tricky is that the early signs of excess vitamin A, such as dry skin, headaches, or fatigue, are often dismissed as normal aging. But over years, high vitamin A intake silently erodes bone density. Studies suggest that consuming more than 1,500 micrograms per day from supplements plus fortified foods can raise the risk of fractures by up to 70% in older adults. This doesn't mean vitamin A is bad, your bones still need it. But the key is balance. Seniors should avoid stacking high-dose vitamin A supplements on top of fortified foods and milks. Beta-carotene, found in colorful vegetables, is a safer form because the body converts it to vitamin A only as needed. If you rely on fortified milk for bone health, check your multivitamin labels. Too much retinol weakens bones instead of protecting them. A safer choice is to get vitamin A mostly from vegetables, while keeping fortified foods in moderation. The 4 types of milk that save bones. Number 1. Fortified cow's milk, 1 to 2% fat. Cow's milk has long been considered one of the best foods for bone health, and for good reason. 1 cup of fortified cow's milk provides about 300 milligrams of calcium, 8 grams of high-quality protein, phosphorus, potassium, and often added vitamin D. Together, these nutrients form the backbone of bone strength. Protein supports the collagen framework of bone, while calcium and vitamin D provide the mineral density. Seniors who consume milk regularly are shown to have higher bone mineral density compared to those who don't. The key is choosing the right type. Whole milk can be high in saturated fat, while fat-free milk often limits vitamin D absorption. That's why 1 to 2% low-fat milk is considered the ideal balance. It has enough fat to help absorb vitamin D while keeping saturated fat at moderate levels. Medical studies confirm that consistent intake of fortified cow's milk reduces the risk of osteoporosis and fractures, especially when combined with exercise. For seniors, it's not just about calcium, it's about the full nutrient package. 1 or 2 cups of fortified cow's milk daily, preferably with meals, provides a reliable foundation of protein, calcium, and vitamin D. It's one of the most effective, affordable, and evidence-backed ways to protect your bones after 60. Number 2. Fortified soy milk, unsweetened. For those who are lactose intolerant or prefer plant-based options, fortified soy milk is the closest nutritional match to cow's milk. Unlike almond or rice milk, soy milk contains about 7 to 8 grams of protein per cup, along with fortified calcium and vitamin D. Studies show that the calcium in fortified soy milk is absorbed by the body as efficiently as calcium from cow's milk. This makes it a bone-smart choice for seniors who want the benefits of milk without the lactose. Unsweetened versions are best, since flavored soy milks often contain unnecessary added sugars that can undermine health. Soy also contains isoflavones, plant compounds that may provide additional bone protective effects, particularly for postmenopausal women. Research has shown that diets including soy protein are linked to improved bone mineral density, especially when calcium and vitamin D fortification are present. This makes soy milk not just a substitute but a true ally in bone health. If you prefer a plant-based lifestyle, fortified soy milk is the only plant milk that can genuinely support your bones the same way dairy does. Just make sure the label shows at least 300 milligrams of calcium per cup, vitamin D, and at least 7 grams of protein. Number 3. Fermented dairy, yogurt, and kefir. Fermented dairy products like yogurt and kefir bring more to the table than just calcium. They contain probiotics, beneficial bacteria that may enhance calcium absorption and improve gut health, which indirectly supports stronger bones. Studies have shown that seniors who consume yogurt regularly tend to have higher bone mineral density and lower rates of osteoporosis. One clinical trial even found that kefir, when consumed daily, improved bone turnover markers and increased bone density in the hip over 6 months. That's a powerful effect from something as simple as a glass of fermented milk. Greek yogurt is particularly valuable because it contains more protein, about 10 grams per serving, making it a dual support for both bone and muscle. This is crucial because strong muscles help prevent falls, which are the #1 trigger for fractures in seniors. Kefir offers a unique advantage. It's rich in bioactive peptides and probiotics that may directly influence bone metabolism. Plus, it's generally well tolerated even by people with lactose intolerance, since the fermentation process reduces lactose content. Adding a cup of plain yogurt or kefir daily is a science-backed way to protect your bones. Choose plain, unsweetened varieties for maximum benefit and avoid those loaded with sugar. Number 4. Lactose-free fortified milk. Many seniors avoid milk because of lactose intolerance, but lactose-free fortified milk provides all the same nutrients as regular milk, without the digestive discomfort. It's made by adding the enzyme lactase, which breaks down lactose, making it easier to digest. Nutritionally, it still contains calcium, protein, potassium, and fortified vitamin D, exactly what bones need. The big advantage is that seniors don't have to miss out on milk's benefits just because their digestion has changed. Studies show that lactose intolerance increases the risk of calcium deficiency if dairy is eliminated. But lactose-free fortified milk closes that gap, giving you all the bone-protective nutrients in a form your body can handle. Some versions may taste slightly sweeter because the lactose is broken down into simpler sugars, but this doesn't mean extra sugar is added, it's just natural chemistry. If you've stopped drinking milk due to bloating, cramps, or discomfort, don't give up on it completely. Lactose-free fortified milk ensures you get the same bone-protecting benefits as regular milk, without the digestive troubles. How to drink milk the right way. Drinking the right type of milk is only half the story. How you drink it matters just as much. For seniors, here are 4 essential rules. First, check the label. Look for at least 25 to 30% daily value of calcium per cup, added vitamin D, and 7 to 8 grams of protein. If these aren't listed, that milk won't protect your bones. Second, pair milk with meals that contain healthy fats. Vitamin D is fat-soluble, so drinking fortified milk alone, especially fat-free, reduces absorption. A slice of whole grain toast with nut butter, or oatmeal with seeds, can make all the difference. Third, spread your calcium intake throughout the day. Your body can only absorb about 500 milligrams of calcium at a time. Instead of drinking 3 glasses at once, enjoy smaller servings with meals. Finally, combine milk with movement. Nutrition and exercise work together. Resistance training, walking, or light weights signal your bones to use the nutrients you're feeding them. Milk can either be your greatest ally or your silent enemy after 60. Choosing wisely between fortified, protein-rich, and lower sugar options can mean the difference between strong, resilient bones and fragile ones prone to fractures. Whether you prefer cow's milk, soy, yogurt, kefir, or lactose-free versions, the right choice will protect your independence, mobility, and quality of life for years ahead. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which milk do you drink most often, and did today's video make you reconsider your choice? Comment below and I'll personally share a bone-smart tip that fits your lifestyle. Don't forget to subscribe for more health insights designed especially for seniors. Remember, your bones are your foundation, protect them every single day.